Mr. S.M. Krishna, who was the chief minister. In fact, he was the one who sent me there from the Karnataka Power Corporation. And he told me, you must improve Bangalore, you must make Bangalore on the lines of Singapore. People came together wanting to improve the city. This kind of civic participation, what is called social capital today, it's not just the administration that can make a difference. It is the public also must get together and work. And now Bangalore is full of these resident welfare associations, full of civic-minded organizations, people. Bangalore is an extraordinary city because of its, professional base and its interests.
It is
Everybody speaks about Bangalore traffic.
Yeah, sir. Even I
Everybody. I'm sure you have experienced it also.
Yes.
I would really focus on improvement of the traffic situation in Bangalore by cutting down the travel time. I would have one yardstick. I'm not a big whiz kid in startups and all that, but from what interactions I have had is that the idea is good. They want to get on. The two problems I find is it's difficult for them to scale. To get the finances and to get everything going at the same time. So they tend to remain small.
Right.
And if it remains small, it will not succeed. The other is, within the organization, small as it is, there's a lot of conflict between the founders, co-founder, others, and so on. And this conflict pulls down the organization.
Hello, everyone. I am Pallavi and welcome to Indian Masterminds. We are back with Mr. K Jairaj for the second part of our conversation. In the first part, we explored his inspiring journey from Princeton, Harvard to the IS, heard about his rich experiences, and got insights into his memoir. If you haven't seen it yet, that link is in the description box. Do check it out. Today, we'll be focusing on his 2 terms as the Municipal Commissioner of Bengaluru, how the city evolved into a thriving startup hub under his watch, and the challenges it faces in the future. So let's dive back into our conversation. Welcome once again, sir. Now, sir, you also served as the Commissioner of Bangalore City, I think twice. So what were the most significant changes in urban governance during your time? Because in the past 10, 20 or maybe 25 years, Bangalore has changed a lot. It has transformed. So what were your experiences?
Yeah, that was the toughest job of my career. And the first time I went there, I had the privilege of serving Mr. S.M. Krishna, who was the chief minister. In fact, he was the one who sent me there from the Karnataka Power Corporation. And he told me, you must improve Bangalore, you must make Bangalore on the lines of Singapore.
Okay.
Meaning, the civic services must be handled efficiently.
Right.
And people's requirements must be met. That's what he meant by the Singapore model. And and we found that Bangalore City Corporation didn't have much of capacity and it really could not meet the requirements of the public. There were a lot of issues. 2 things which were done which stand out. One is, the self-assessment scheme of property tax.
Right.
Where, we empowered the citizens to calculate their own tax and to pay it to the corporation rather than expect officials to come to their house and check up and compute the tax. And that self-assessment scheme was a great success because citizens of Bangalore were very thrilled that they were empowered to make the payment. And the collection shot up and later it became a law, and now all over the state, the self-assessment scheme has come into practice. The other was that, again, thanks to the chief minister, he said there must be greater public participation in civic affairs, and he created this Bangalore Agenda Task Force with Mr. Nandan Nilekani as chairman and consisting of several other outstanding people as the members. And the BATF was supposed to be a bridge between the civic administration and the public, and to bring corporate enterprise, to bring corporate knowledge, technology, resources, all in the functioning of the city. And it was a great success. And Nandan was an excellent leader. And so were the others, Kalpanakar and Mr. Ravi Chandran and so many others who really made it a success. And that was the first time that people came together wanting to improve the city. this
Right.
kind of civic participation, what
Mhm.
is called social capital today.
Mhm.
It's not just the administration that can make a difference. It is the public also must get together and work. And now Bangalore is full of these resident welfare associations, full of
Mhm.
civic-minded organizations, people. Bangalore is an
Mhm.
extraordinary city because of its, professional base and its interests. So
Right.
that was a great period earlier. That was the first part of my. Second time I was commissioner was when Mr. Kumar Swamy was our chief minister. He was a young, youthful person, dynamic person, and he created what is called Brahat Bangalore.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier, Bangalore had only 100 wards. Now, with Brahat Bangalore, all these adjoining areas, adjoining municipalities, all of them came under the fold, and
Mhm.
we created the Brahat Bangalore, and Brahat Bangalore had 198 wards. The population shot up from 55 lakhs to about 1.5 crores, meaning the agglomeration. So that
Right.
was also a big exercise in management and administration and creating these zones and so on.
Yeah.
So that was my experience in Bangalore. It was a very tough job because to reconcile various groups, to be
Mhm.
alive to their interests, to do
Mhm.
what the public want. And public are always very demanding.
Right. Huh.
Very demanding. They're very, very vociferous, assertive.
So I
And
have I have also been in Bengaluru for like right now, so I'm not there, but
ah,
for around 1.5 year or more than that. Till September this year, I was in Bengaluru only.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Sir, I'm my work only. My husband works in an IT firm, so I was,
Nice.
yeah, yeah. So,
You know what I'm talking about, yeah.
uh, now, like you did your work. Now Bangalore has transformed into the startup hub and everything. Everything is
Yeah,
there. It's among one of the best city to live in India right now.
yeah, yeah.
But there are challenges. So, if you were the municipal commissioner right now, what would be
Yeah.
that one thing which you, as priority, you would have dealt? Like,
That's a difficult question to answer because it's multi-pronged.
yeah,
But the first thing I would do is to ease the living of people. That is, everybody says traffic is a great problem in Bangalore. You know,
yeah, it is actually,
everybody speaks about Bangalore traffic.
yeah, sir. Even I have,
Everybody. I'm
yeah,
sure you have experienced it
yes,
also.
yes, yes.
I would really, really focus on
Hmm.
improvement of the traffic situation in Bangalore by cutting down
Hmm.
the travel time. I would have one yardstick
Okay.
from point A to point B.
Hmm.
If the average traveling time now is 1 hour,
Hmm.
how do I reduce it to half an hour?
Okay.
That
So,
would be my problem area. And I would work on it in terms of zoning, in terms of road, in terms of traffic management and enforcement. And I'm
hmm,
not saying it's not done. I think whoever are concerned are doing their best, but I would single-mindedly focus on that
on that.
because it's very difficult to do that. Believe me,
Right.
Pallavi, it's not easy.
Yes, sir,
You
I
as
can.
the head of you cannot say मैं एक ही काम करूंगा and I won't do the rest. But I would put every resource into that and
Yeah.
show some. See, also Bangalore traffic is so great because of the fantastic increase in the number of vehicles.
Yes, yes. Too many
देखिए,
vehicles.
madam, in 1990 I was Transport Commissioner of Karnataka. That is a
Hmm.
regulatory authority, all these
Hmm.
RTO and all that. In 1990, we had 5 lakh vehicles in Bangalore.
Hmm.
5 lakh, 5 lakh.
Hmm.
In 2025,
Hmm.
we have 1.5 crore lakh vehicles.
Right.
150 lakhs.
Hmm.
I mean,
It's
कहाँ
too
से
much.
कहाँ?
Yeah, it's too much.
Despite metro, despite everything, we have fantastic increase in the number of vehicles. So you see so many vehicles on the road,
Hmm.
two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, lorry, tempo, auto rickshaw, everything going. Everybody wants to go ahead.
Right.
So, and also disposable income has increased. People are impatient. They don't want to go by public transport.
Hmm.
Although we have a very good metro system in Bangalore, but last mile connectivity is not there.
Yeah, sir. It's if
So,
compared I have been to Delhi also. So if
yeah,
compared to Delhi, Bangalore metro still needs to be, it has the lines are still shorter. It doesn't connect every area
correct,
of the main
correct.
city. So yeah, so
But
that's
yeah, and it's also slow in implementation. That's another problem in the
yeah,
government space.
every
We
every
plan
hmm,
average implementation will take 10 years. But
right.
then, this is because of all these land acquisition issues. It's because of procurement issues, because everything has to be tendered,
Hmm,
because, a fellow can go to court and stall the whole process. It's
right,
not like some other countries where things can be done exactly like this if the
right,
government wins. Here, we can't do that. No.
right. Yeah.
Here, we have to follow due process and we have to follow all proper procedures. In addition to there
Hmm,
being avoidable lethargy on our parts,
hmm.
that is also responsible.
So,
And
sir,
that's where the leadership comes in of the IAS and others. How do you lead from the front? What do you do in
right.
order to capture all this efficiency and effectiveness?
Right. So right now, since we are talking about Bengaluru, what is Bengaluru without all its tech and startup? So since I think you are mentoring or advising some startups, if I'm
Yeah,
not
I
wrong.
used to. I used
Actually,
to.
so in one of your interviews, you mentioned that many startups in Bengaluru need to get their act right. So I
Right.
wanted you to elaborate. What do you mean by that? Because we are also running short of time. We only have 5-7 minutes left. So I would like to
Yeah. So, Preeti, Pavitra,
well,
the point is in Bangalore, I know, I'm not a big whiz kid in
hmm,
startups and all that, but from what interactions I have had,
hmm,
is that the idea is good. They
hmm,
they want to get on. The
hmm,
two problems I find is it's difficult for them to scale. You
hmm,
know, to get the finances and to get everything going at the same time. So they tend to remain small, and
right.
if it remains small, it will not succeed. The other is within the organization, small as it is, there's a lot of conflict between the founders,
Hmm,
co-founder, others, and so on. And this conflict pulls
hmm,
down the organization, and
right,
it leads to avoidable situations. So that's what I meant. They must get their act together,
right.
because it's not enough only to have a great idea.
Hmm,
Great idea is one part. You must execute it. You must be able to do it on time.
right.
That's also important. Yeah.
Okay. So, sir, in the end, you have done it all. You have been to abroad for studies. You spent 36 years in administration.
See,
You and you were part of many big decisions and many
see.
changes in Karnataka and I think central government also. So when you look back, do you think you would have, matlab, if given a chance, would you have uh, traded being an IS for any other job in this world or no? IS was it?
Well, if you look at that context,
Hmm. Would
if
you
you
have
look at,
traded if you would have traded or no? Like IS was the best thing.
see, in 1976, when I joined the IAS,
Hmm.
it was out of conviction that, it mattered for me and I mattered in the IAS.
Right.
And, I could serve with honor. It was a service with honor.
Hmm.
That was what it was then.
Right.
Now, so many things have changed. It's such a professional world.
Hmm.
Specialization is everywhere. And, I think capable people can make things happen elsewhere also.
Right.
And that somehow it seems to me that the role of the government
Hmm.
has diminished compared to those days, and perhaps rightly so.
Hmm.
Now is where ingenuity and human enterprise, startups, private sector, all those things are more important. But the central task of the government remains, which is
Yeah,
you have to
that.
provide you have
Uh,
to provide for those people who don't have anything.
right.
that
And
is
you
still
also
an
have to provide the atmosphere in which these startups or any progress could happen. You cannot
yeah.
imagine this country without a government
No,
or
you
without
cannot. You cannot.
administration.
I
Right.
used to work in the World Bank and I would
Hmm.
go to Africa regularly.
Hmm.
And I've seen these East African countries, which are very good countries. They have a lot of human capital, but
Right.
they didn't have a proper administrative system.
Right.
So, all India services like the IAS, the IPS, the revenue services
Mm-hmm.
are very important for the country, for its national development. They
Mm-hmm.
must be nourished, they must be protected, they must be looked after well. But at the same time, they have to perform.
Right.
Now is the age of performance.
Right.
And
In
if we
everything.
have to become Vikshit Bharat by 2047,
Mm-hmm.
we need performers in the services,
Yeah.
not just in the private sector and not just elsewhere. In our own system, we require people to do their best.
Okay.
So I think, it's still a great career for those but you have to be strong. You
Hmm.
have to be mentally fortified. You have to have the capacity to weather all these problems and want to succeed.
Right.
And you have to believe in the national interest.
Yeah. Totally. So, on
Yeah.
that note, sir, I think we should stop our conversation. It was really nice talking to you. I wanted to talk more, but I think you are also busy.
No, no,
So,
that's okay. And
yeah,
I was very happy to talk to a young person like you, and
yes,
I'm happy to share anything else you want. By all means, we can do it,
yes.
and
And so,
we can
right
have
now, yeah,
another
totally.
round. We can do sometime.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes, definitely, sir. So,
good.
right now, let's take a pause. And thank you so much, sir, for your time. It was really nice talking with you. I'll
Thank
definitely
you, Pallavi,
reschedule.
and thank you for bearing with all my
No, sir,
postponement.
it
My
was,
apologies again.
it's,
Namaskar. Thank you.
yeah, thank you, sir. So, this was Mr. K Jairaj. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. Please like and subscribe our channel for more such interesting interviews and follow us for all the updates from bureaucracy. Till then, thank you for watching Indian Mastermind. Stay informed, stay tuned with Indian Masterminds.